Hey, everybody, how are you? Nice to see you today. Good morning. Welcome to the program. It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce, here with Stock Markets with Bruce, live from Palm Desert, California, where it is 5:34 in the blessed AM. And it's nice to have you here. Another fun week of fun markets coming up. We're trying to follow the market as much as we can for you and explain it to you in plain English. And basically speaking, this morning in the pre-market, we're down 106 points on the down. I think we're going to be down worse than that. The S&P is up 4 points, and Nasdaq is up 34. Crude oil down 264 a barrel right now at 71.17 for West Texas Intermediate. That right there, those different points I just gave you explained is the tip of what's basically a huge iceberg right now that I'm looking at. We got all kinds of problems out there. There's all kinds of problems. This market is not going higher. I am sorry to say that the big markets out there are not going to record highs this week. I don't think so. There's a few technical problems in the way. One of the technical problems that the market is facing, funny enough, is the fact that a window plug blew off the side of an airplane on the weekend. Right there, when I saw that headline break on Saturday, I went, "Oh, we're going to have a bad day on the markets on Monday." Sure enough, we are going to experience a bit of an issue here. Alaska Airlines stock is down this morning because it was an Alaska Airlines plane, a 737 MAX, where the plug blew out. Boeing is getting the crap kicked out of it, and it's going to be ugly. Yes, and United stock is off because they're the largest customer right now of Boeing for the 737 MAX 900. Boeing and United is trying to be as quiet as possible. Don't pay attention to us. Oh, the FAA has grounded all 171 Boeing MAX planes, 900 MAX series. All other airlines, especially in Canada, went out with press releases saying, we don't fly those planes. WestJet said, "Hi everybody, we don't fly the Boeing 900. We only fly the Boeing Max 7 800 actually, and we don't have that problem." Oh yeah. Here's something for you to think about. The Dow Jones Industrial Index is made up of 30 stocks. The Dow Jones 30 stocks trade at different prices. And the more expensive your stock is, the higher price per share your shares are, you have more influence on the Dow 30. The most expensive stock on the Dow 30 on a per share basis is United Healthcare. Those wonderful people that look after millions of Americans' healthcare needs and allow their top officials to fly wherever they want in private jets and make hundreds of millions of dollars in personal income off the backs of the long-suffering American healthcare patient. Wonderful people, those guys. Anyway, look, they're a nice company. I'm sure they're wonderful folks and hardworking, but healthcare shouldn't be a profit business at that level. It's ridiculous, but that's another story. I'm a Canadian. What can I can't help it. In any event, look, if United Healthcare moves 1% in value, okay, if the shares go up $5 or down $5, the Dow Jones moves 35 points. So when United Healthcare has a good old day, when the good old boys at United Healthcare come out and say, we made hundreds of millions of dollars in profits, and our influencers, all of our paid consultants in Washington are keeping everything going for that healthcare system that we got going. Everything's great around here, and we just bought a bunch of new and we're leasing a bunch of new Lear jets to fly to the Masters and the U.S. Open and the Super Bowl, and we're whining and dining our clients. Everything's great over here. When that stock goes up, so does the Dow. Stock goes down, so does the Dow. The Boeing shares are the 10th highest price stock on the Dow Jones, $250 a share, something like that. At least they were. And so a 1% move on Boeing moves the index 16 points. A 1% move on Walgreens, which is having all kinds of problems themselves, they're a $25 stock. They go down 1%. The Dow only drops 2 points. So 1% move on United Healthcare, 35-point drop. 1% move on Walgreens, 2-point drop. So you can see the impact of what's going on. This morning, for a while, about an hour ago, the Dow was down significantly more than it is now, and Boeing was leading to a 140-point dip in the Dow itself, just Boeing. So there's that. Okay. If you think that the Federal Aviation Administration is in any way in your face with rules at the airports, the Homeland Security check thing and all that, you ain't seen nothing yet. This panel flying off the side of an airplane at 16,000 feet, this is called a big deal over there. This is a really big deal over there. And if you think the Biden White House is going to stand idly by and allow the private enterprise companies of the United States slough it off as a technical issue, you got another thing coming. This is going to be investigated, because we are not just talking about 171 planes in the United States. This builder, this aircraft manufacturing company called Boeing, has thousands of orders for this thing. And there are over 1,000 planes out there flying right now. This plane, this actual 737-900 MAX, for the last 3 flights before Saturday's flight, a warning light was going off in the cockpit telling the pilots, we have a pressurization issue here. We have a little problem. What does it mean in plain English? It means that if you were in the seat beside the plug for the 3 flights before this flight, okay, if you had super hearing, you would have heard a noise coming through the panel, something like going on. There was an issue with that plug. It was already going, and sensors were picking up on it. The sensors are so sophisticated that they can measure a very slight change in pressurization on airplanes. They know what's normal and what's not. And that plane was not registering normal pressurization protocols at all. So to the point where Alaska Airlines decided that this particular plane, which has only flown 145 commercial flights, it's a brand new plane. It was delivered to Alaska in November. Okay. It's only 2 months in the air. The airline decided, rather than ground it, no. We're not going to ground it. We can't afford to ground an airplane. We don't know what's wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got to be a fuse box problem. So what they did is, as a way to as a cautionary move, the airline decided to fly the plane over land instead of over water. So this plane was going to go to Hawaii and back. No, we're not going to send it to Hawaii. We'll just fly it from Portland to Los Angeles, over to Portland to Seattle, Portland to Salt Lake City, we'll just keep it over the US continent. So if it breaks up in the sky, we can find everything. You got to wonder. This is like a Saturday Night Live skit. It's unbelievable to me. And then it isn't, because this is private enterprise at the heart of the problem when it comes to safety of human beings. You have drug companies under unbearable pressure to make millions of dollars a week, a month, a quarter, billions of dollars a year, because there are the top 1% of these people who run these companies who are expecting a first-class 6-star lifestyle. And they want their private jet access, and they want their villas, and they want their highfalutin events and their big houses wherever they want to have the best colleges for their kids and everything else. These companies are under unbearable pressure to produce whatever it is they produce. So if you're in the drug business, you're in the running shoe business, you're in the software business, you're in the airline business, you're in the airplane building business, the pressure to deliver the product on time, under budget, and then the airlines who fly these things to produce on-time schedules, get as many bodies into these planes as humanly possible, charge everybody every added fee known to man to maximize profits. Because back to the bottom line, who owns these companies ultimately? Who owns the Dow Jones top 30 corporations? Well, it used to be a guy named Walt Disney used to own Disney. He used to be the biggest shareholder of that company. He's dead. He died in 1967. The Disney family owns nothing of Disney anymore. The Coca-Cola company was once owned by whoever ran Coca. That's long gone. Rattle off the names of the Dow 30, and you tell me who owns these companies actually. Steve Jobs, Apple, he's dead. No, so he doesn't do it. Tim Cook, he doesn't own 1/10 of 1% of Apple. He has nothing. These companies are run by managements that are motivated by the stock price to be paid in shares. They are very motivated as share plan type compensated people. The shareholders themselves, the biggest shareholders, are, in generally speaking, the largest pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, ETFs, and hedge funds around the world. And these folks demand the shares perform better than a bond. Because if your stock doesn't go up every year more than what a bond can give me, where I don't have to worry about anything, I'm going to dump your stock. And of course, in many, many cases, the biggest shareholders of these giant corporations are also the biggest bond holders of these corporations. So when United Healthcare wants to borrow $5 billion on a bond offering to build some new hospital systems or whatever they're going to do, or take over another company to corner the market even more in the healthcare trade, they're going to go to the Wall Street guys and say, we want to borrow $5 billion, $10 billion. And Wall Street's going to go, yeah, no problem. We'll just pick up the phone and call your largest shareholders. We'll call the California Teachers Pension Fund. We'll call the Firefighters Pension Fund. We'll call the United States government Social Security entity. We'll call the Canadian Pension Fund. We'll call the Government of Canada Pension Fund of Canada, and they'll pop in $500 million. No problem whatsoever, because they own your stock. They get a dividend off of you, and you wine and dine these guys at these show and tells that you handle from time to time. And those are called investor conferences. And you provide wonderful meals at these wonderful hotels. Sometimes you organize golf tournaments and all kinds of charitable functions where all kinds of private jets come into town, and all kinds of lobbyists are wining and dining and rubbing elbows with the top money people of the world. Jobs that you don't have. Folks watching me, you don't have those jobs. You're not the one wine and dine because you don't control a $2 billion, $5 billion, $20 billion, $100 billion pension fund. And you don't run mutual funds and you don't run ETFs. And so you are considered a nobody as far as Wall Street is concerned. They'll never call you to say, hey, can you help us raise $5 billion for United Healthcare or for Boeing or anybody? No, of course not. That's how this game is played. If you don't already know, if you hang out here long enough, you'll figure it out, because I'm trying to explain to you the markets in plain English. Okay, one more thing to tell you about the S&P 500. 500 companies make up the S&P 500 index. The S&P 500 index is the most followed index in the world. The Dow is not the most followed index in the world. It used to be, but not anymore. It's the S&P 500. But the reality is that of the 500 companies that make up the index, only 7 count in a big way. There are 493 other very good companies that make up the index, but the top 7 are the magnificent 7 that we talk about all the time. And that would be your biggest market cap corporations, because the S&P 500 index does not go up and down dramatically based on a stock's price. It goes up and down dramatically based on a company's market capitalization value. Now, what the hell does that mean? Bruce, these fancy words, you're killing me. It's Sunday morning. I haven't woken up yet. It's pretty simple. Apple, they keep saying, is going to become a $4 trillion market cap company. How do they figure that? Simple. You take all the shares outstanding that Apple has, multiplied by what the stock is trading for on the open market, and you come up with a number. Right now, it's a $3 trillion something number. measly little trillion, 3 trillion something dollar company. Apple, let me take a look at my trusty phone here. You can do this yourself. You can go to Google Finance and see this stuff. The market cap was $2.8 trillion on Friday night. We're not even a $3 trillion company anymore on Apple. Tough times. Microsoft, I think, was number two, and they may have surpassed now Apple. They may have passed them. No, 2.7 trillion, just behind it. So Apple and Microsoft are part of the S&P 500. They also are part of the Dow 30, by the way. But those two companies, uh, along with the other five magnificent seven largest market cap corporations, every time they move, all right, they affect the S&P 500 by 42%. Just those seven stocks. Those seven stocks are responsible for 42% of the S&P's movement and value. All of the other 493 companies combined make up 58% of the average. Just to give you an idea how powerful they are. Boeing on the S&P 500 is the 52nd most valuable company on the S&P 500 as of Friday night. They're down a little bit now, but they were in 52nd place out of 500. And so Boeing also does affect the S&P 500, but not like Apple does. So there you go. The Magnificent Seven. Have a good day today. Boeing's problems won't matter on the S&P 500, which will give many of you or many of your friends who don't watch me a disproportionate and inaccurate view of what's going on out there. If Boeing has a bad day, United has a bad day, Alaska has a bad day, Spirit Aero Systems, the people that make the fuselage, and many other suppliers have a bad day on the opening markets, the overall stock markets, all their shares go down. It may not trickle into the S&P 500. It certainly isn't going to hit the NASDAQ 100 index because that's made up of generally high-tech stocks. And so there's an apple, okay, a beautiful shiny apple in a person's hand, and you look at it, oh, I'm going to buy this apple. It looks delicious. And you take it home and you bite into it, and the middle is rotten. That is the problem with the potential of the U.S. stock market, that the middle is kind of rotten. And what is also rotten right now for the U.S. stock markets and world markets? Inflation isn't going away. There's another problem this morning. Oil, good news, is down $2.40 a barrel. This is great news. Why is oil down $2.40 a barrel in West Texas? It's $71.43. There's one reason for that. Saudi Arabia cut their oil price, the price that Saudi Arabia charges its customers, by $2 a barrel overnight. Why would Saudi Arabia do that? They've been cutting production now for a year. They announced a 1 million barrel reduction a year ago. Then they announced another 1 million barrel reduction a few months ago. Didn't Joe Biden, the president of the United States, make a trip over to Saudi Arabia in his first year of being president of the United States? Didn't he personally go to visit the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia? You know that guy, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia? He's famous because he takes journalists from the Washington Post and invites them to his embassy in Turkey, and then he cuts them into pieces. He's a hell of a guy. And no one charges him with a crime, and no one went to jail for it, and never was there a trial in open court about the fact that a guy got chopped into pieces and we never heard from him. He was an American. He was a Saudi American, so, it didn't count. The president nonetheless went to Saudi Arabia anyway to see this guy and tell him, hey, you know what? Gasoline right now in the United States is $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon. Some of the states, it's like $7, $8 a gallon. We would appreciate it if you Saudis, who we sell the most advanced weapon systems we sell them to you to protect you against the Iranians and protect you against any other enemies out there like the Yemen people and the Hutus. We'd appreciate it if maybe you could kind of keep producing oil and they basically say, oh, we'll see what we can do. And they cut production by 2 million barrels a day in the next year. Not friends of America. And if any of you haven't got the Will Smith dope slap yet, wake the hell up. Oh, do you remember those twin towers in New York? You remember those? For those of you who are 15 and 20 years old who watch me, no one is that young. If you're in your 30s, when you were a child, there used to be really tall skyscrapers in Manhattan, at the tip of Manhattan in New York. It's a city called New York. 110 stories tall, each of these towers. Planes were flown into them to make them explode and collapse. The planes had been hijacked by Saudi Arabian nationals and some Egyptians, just to kind of remind you who your friends are and maybe aren't. In any event, I digress. Saudi Arabia has been cutting production. Now, Saudi Arabia is cutting oil prices by $2 a barrel. Are they doing America a favor? No, they don't give a crap about the United States. That's not the whole point. They don't give a damn about Americans or Canadians or Europeans for that matter. What they're doing is they're telling their other OPEC buddies, one of which, Guyana, left OPEC last month. They're telling them, we're in charge. This is our game. We run OPEC. Okay, we're the big boy here. We're called the swing producer. We can lift or lower production anytime we want. We can also cut prices of our oil to all of our customers, which makes your oil more expensive than our oil, which means the Chinese will buy our oil before they buy your oil. And this is a way to gain market share. Of course, all of this going on with the Saudi oil cuts and all of that makes America look pretty smart out there. The allies of the United States of America in Europe and Asia and elsewhere, here in Canada, we love you guys. The American policy with respect to how it runs its oil game is very well respected around the world. And you can thank the guy that's in charge of this whole show. There's a guy in Washington who's got this thing going on. It's working out very well. I am told by viewers of mine on this channel and my travel channel that they can find gasoline in the United States in the low $2 a gallon neighborhood now, as opposed to the $5, $6, $7 gasoline prices a few years ago. Well, there's only one guy you can credit for all of that, and that's the President of the United States, the guy that just isn't in the news very often unless someone makes something up about him. He doesn't tweet. You don't see him in front of microphones walking to and from his helicopter and have an impromptu press conference. He doesn't do that. He lets his press secretary hold daily briefings. Do you remember the daily briefings during the Trump administration for those 4 years? Do you remember the daily briefings? I think they stopped being daily briefings after the second week of the administration. In the last year, there may have been 5 of them. Wasn't that how many briefings did the clowns that he had running his press room have? I mean, when COVID was at its worst, his spokespeople were trying to put the spin on it, and the orange-haired wonder was in the office watching it on television. He was just going, "That's not what I want them to say," and he'd just barge in and show up and start talking about using bleach to cure your COVID issues. You remember that guy? Anyway, what can I say? We're down $2.40 a barrel on oil today, and Americans are being well looked after on that front. That means inflation could go down, which would be a good thing because that's what America wants, last I heard. Americans want a better standard of living. They want a lower cost of living. They want to earn more money, and they want a safe place to live. That's kind of generally how it works. In Canada, we're kind of the same way. Britain, Europe, we kind of all want, a good standard of living, predictability, and most of us want our politicians to shut the hell up and get out of my goddamn life. And that's what I really think a lot of people want from their politicians. Leave us the hell alone and don't tell me what to think. Don't tell me what to believe in. Don't tell me who I have to honor. Don't tell me what I have to eat and what I have to eat. Don't tell me what I have to do. I'm smart enough. I'm an adult. I'll vote you out. Unfortunately, It doesn't always work that way, but I think, what people think and what people do sometimes a little different. But, we kind of want to know if we get on an airplane, a piece of the plane won't detach when we hit 16,000 feet. We kind of expect that, don't you think? Be crazy, but we do. We also like to know that our air traffic controllers are manning the radar systems. We kind of like to know that our healthcare system will keep our parents alive and our kids alive and look after us when we need to be looked after. We want our nurses and our doctors to be well trained and well rested when it's our turn to get an operation or get a replacement hip, that kind of thing. That's kind of what we want. Call us greedy, call us crazy, but that's kind of what we'd like to have. For many of you on this channel, what is it you ultimately want? Sometimes you'd like the old man to shut up and not rant so much, but other times you say to me, Bruce, if you could just help me find a way to get away from the circumstances that I'm into right now, economically speaking, I would really appreciate it. I get so many messages. It's incredible how many I get, and I thank you all of you out there who are sending me emails and private messages and letting me know how you're doing and what's going on in your world. I do appreciate it. Um, I get messages from you guys that make me boil like you're boiling. You're telling me about your situations and what you're dealing with, and then I see that and I get as mad as you are or frustrated, which motivates me more and more and more to be here every day, to find a way, to try to help you find a way to get the hell out of a day job you have that you don't want anymore, or to help you get to a point in your financial circumstances so that you do know deep down inside that the age you're at, and my viewers are anywhere from 25 to 80 years of age, who knows what, whatever age you're at. Some of you are already retired. Some of you are trying to get to retirement in the next 5-10 years or less. And those people, that group right there, are under the worst of pressure because they've been working all their lives to be able to retire decently, and the nightmare that many people face in Canada, US, and elsewhere is that the only thing they've got that will come to them is what the United States, what Americans call the Social Security check, or in Canada it's the pension check. Same in the UK and elsewhere. And God help you if you are one of those people that relies on Social Security or a Canadian pension as your only form of income when you hit a certain age in your life. And whether it's medical issues that have forced you to do it, you've worked hard your whole life, and you've looked after everyone in your family, and you've done everything you can for your kids and your parents and your uncles and your cousins and brothers and your sisters and your husbands and your wives, and on and on and on. And at the end of the day, you get ill at the worst possible time and you have nothing. And your family is not as generous to you as you were to them. Welcome to a slice of the real world that a lot of people out there face. And it breaks my heart to see it and hear about it. For those of you who are in the last 10 years of your careers, or you're certainly hoping you're in your last 10 years of your career, you're 43 and you want to be retired by 50 because you've had enough. This channel, I'm hoping for many of you, is helping you out in that regard. And that what I do here, where I rant and rave about the markets and the world at large, and then I zero in on trading opportunities that you might want to look into, helps make a difference. And if the option writing part of what I talk about has helped many of you to a degree already, and for those of you just getting into it in the last few months, you've realized, oh my God, he's right. I can bring in money from my market, from my account. I never thought I could just pull $5,000 out of my account. I never thought I could make my account give me $5,000 before. I never thought I could do that. Welcome to the party, pals, because there are opportunities here for you to completely change your economic thinking and your lifestyle going forward. And what blows my mind and what really affects a lot of you out there who tell me about it is so many of you out there say to me stuff like, I worked my butt off. My wife and I have been working our butts off. Our kids are working hard at college and they're trying to get ahead and blah, 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 blah. And we didn't know, my wife and I just did not realize that the investments that we've had that were supposedly, you know, the best thing we're supposed to do with our money were so underperforming. And watching you for a while, taking some of your classes and hanging out with this incredible gang of regulars here, option writers, we have hauled in tens of thousands of dollars from our investments that we never thought we didn't think this was possible. And it's changed everything around here. We have knocked off credit cards. Like in the last 60 days, we have knocked off credit cards. Our cost of living has just gone down $800 a month because we were paying $200 for that card, $300 to that card, $300 to that card. Now we're zeroing in on other debts we have that are going to lower our cost of living by another $400 or $500 a month. A $1 reduction in your cost of living is what's known in my book an after-tax dollar of the cost of living. You have to earn more than $1 in the working world to have $1 in your hand to give to a banker. I mean, come on. Some of you have to earn $1.50 to pay $1 to your banker because 50 cents off the top goes to all the deductions that you're sitting with. And so you really have to make a difference. So if I, in this channel and all of us here, figure out a way where, you know, with you being part of the option writing community, you can reduce your cost of living by $1,000 a month. That's $1,500 a month in pay you don't have to make anymore. That's $1,500 in gross pay off the top of your butt, off the back of your back to survive. Now, many of you out there have figured out very quickly around this channel, good God, Bruce, if I can bring dollars in on these option writing strategies you're telling me here, I can knock off $1,500 a month in expenses. I can really take care of business. We have a car. We have 3 cars in the driveway. One doesn't run at all. One is really wonky, and the other one we hope doesn't break down because it's the only one we can count on. And that third one that hardly runs, never runs, if we could fix it, we could get rid of it for $8,000 or something like that. And that would equal a credit card. That would take care of a credit card debt. The second car, if we can fix it, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, that takes the pressure off the first car. Now we have 2 vehicles at least, and we might sell it and replace it with a newer, even more reliable vehicle. You're changing the whole demographics and lifestyle around this house completely. The kids are just going, Dad, I need to go to do this. I have to go to that. Can you drive me? I can't drive the car because it doesn't work. Big changes. Those of you who've been able to quit your day jobs, or you've been able to unload one of your part-time jobs and only work your day job and trade options with us here, that has been a game changer because so many Americans and Canadians out there and others have that second job where they're trying to make a $1,500 a month more on the side to cover all the nightmares they're trying to cover over here. And if the option market can bring in just $1,000 a month clear, that equals $1,500 in pay over there. That's the part-time job out the window. The part-time job's been replaced with the option writing job. That's all it is. You're just now doing that in the comfort of your home, off the comfort of one of these that can survive from 16,000 feet, by the way. Nice to know. Big changes happening here, and the possibilities are absolutely endless. But it comes down to the final equation. How do I get there? How do I make this happen? How can I join this group? How can I make this work for me? My brother-in-law has been watching you for a while, and I finally decided to watch you too. And sounds intriguing. Boy, I would sure love to know how to do this. I will remind you of one thing. Your brother-in-law probably hasn't told you this, or he may have mentioned it, but you didn't listen to him when he said it 6 months ago, a year ago. Your brother-in-law joined this channel probably in 2021, 2022. And your brother-in-law probably was watching this program for several weeks, hanging out with this gang of regulars and getting to know who these people are. Your brother-in-law probably became a member of this channel so he could type during market timing and ask questions and be part of the group. He's probably joined the Discord group of this channel as well. which I don't run, by the way, but you can always send me an email and I'll send you the link for that. But your chances really are what your brother-in-law did is he took the classes that I've offered, because your brother-in-law has realized that these classes are like up to 2 hours long each, and they're just in plain English, easy to understand. This guy, the people that I talk to all the time and I read about all the time, they're in the class. They're the ones who were, they're always in his class. And I want to become part of this group. And there are 17 classes now, but back in 2022, there were 6, 7, 8, every few months, another one would come out, and which is still the pattern. Your brother-in-law started taking the classes about how options actually work, how they exist, why they exist, what they do, how to write them, how to buy them back, why they go up, why they go down, how to effectively not pay too much, how to get the maximum when you sell them, the difference between call and a put, what a spread is, what's a stink bid, a stink offer, what's the 90-10 rule. There's a lot to learn. The good news is you don't learn it in one day. That's actually the good news. There's no cramming for this thing, right? This is a natural part of your world. You'll just make this part of your existence now. You'll add this in, and you'll sub it for something else. And for many of you, what's happened here, you have subbed the second job out of the way to take on this job instead. And you've taken the classes one a week or so, or watched one a week, rewatched a couple of them, and slowly built up the confidence to learn how to write stock options. Some of you have done practice accounts. Some of your platforms out there let you do practice trading, paper money. And that's a great way to learn how to become an option writer. Follow what some of these folks are doing and do the trades they're telling you they're doing, and do them yourself in a paper account. What do you got to lose? You can't lose a thing. But you're putting in the time. You're putting in the time. You're putting some money on the table. I mean, to take one of my classes is $150. That's the cost of one of my classes. I will admit that there is a sale on right now. Just remember to put the banner up. You can get 5 classes for the price of 4 if you so wanted to. And many of you have done it this last week. I congratulate you. I thank you. The sale will run until the end of this week. We'll run it all this week until Sunday night. Next week is a big week around here, and it's really going to be wonky. I just don't know yet what my full schedule is going to be, but on Tuesday next week, Jennifer is going in for her second hip operation. She's going to get her other hip done. And I'll be on the air Monday. I'll probably be on the air Tuesday, I think. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I do not know. So the class special will run until Sunday night. And a week from now, it'll be just $150 a class. Just to give you guys a heads up, and those of you who've been letting me know, I'm going to get them. I've got this coming together. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm going to order them from you. Fantastic. If you want to get this deal, make a donation to my PayPal account. Link is down below, $5.99 US. Send me a private email and say, Uncle Bruce, I've just sent you a donation. Here's my email address. Here are the 5 classes I would like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 1, 7, 9, 15, and 18, or 17, whatever. You can't get 18, but 17. You let me know, all right? And we'll get you the classes you need. Whatever classes you're missing in your itinerary, fill them in now. Okay, thank you all very much for that. You have to want to buy into this to become one of the successful people here who are writing options. And it changes lives, and I'm not kidding about that. And they'll tell you themselves. You don't need me to tell you this. You can read this for yourself. First of all, hi to Richard Carlin. How you doing, pal? Welcome to the show. Comical Name is here. Lame Duck. Wing Commander's here. JR, of course, is here. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Kent is in the house. Good morning. White Feather's here. Kent says, I've spent the weekend with the kid at Pebble Beach. Ryder Cup style event, Southern California versus Northern California. The kid played great, made a clutch putt on hole 18 to win his match to help the Southern California team win. Yes, it's so awesome. Oh, that is wonderful. Robert is in the house. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, sir. Nice to see you. I'll see you tonight on TWB. Corinne, I'm number 20. Good morning from Lorraine. I'm here. JR Kent, way to go. Pab, happy Monday. Welcome, Pab. Kent, we've been traveling a lot for golf, home for a while now. I'm sure I'll run into you somewhere in the desert eventually, Uncle Bruce. We usually round up somewhere, I'm sure. Tomorrow, Costco is a possibility. That I can assure you. That's where I'll be after my shows, sometime in the afternoon. Kent, thank you. JR and Kent talking, saying hi. This is wonderful. Marie, hi there, folks. Hi, Marie from JR. Good morning from Splair in Dortmund, Germany. JR, wow, some of those MAX planes have had real serious issues. No kidding. Luca is in the house from Italy. Lissy, that plane was only 2 months old. Luckily, nobody sat on that window seat. Exactly. Andrea's here. The Savage of Wall Street is in the house. Kiwi, the medical strain explorer, after number 4, I have captured 47 at least once in a while. I can do this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Bobby Atkinson, cheaper materials, engineered to make spec. There you go. Waverly, Airbus at all-time high. Cameron, high pro. Cam, they're looking for that piece that fell off the Oregon. They found it. Apparently this morning. Splair, I think the Savage of Wall Street was once Credit Teresa. Yes, I think so. The Savage of Wall Street, Boeing grounding, Tesla taking a back seat to BYD globally. Unemployment numbers may have been cooked. People losing jobs and money. Companies making less money, lowering expectations. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. The Feds, congratulations, Anti-Gen, on the Steelers getting into the playoffs. Yes, there was tension in the house on Saturday and Sunday. And now there is tension in the house because they're in the playoffs. That's going to be great. Steven, number 56. Welcome, sir. Bobby, Mr. Disney, not dead. He's frozen like the Duke. Thaw him out and he'll be pissed at what is happening to his company. I don't know anything, FYI. David Burns is a new member. Welcome, David, to the channel today. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party, pal. David is a Gold Bagel member that has joined us, and I thank you, my friend, for popping in and becoming part of the crowd here. It's nice to have you. Thank you, by the way, for 91 thumbs up so far, everybody. It's much appreciated. It's great to have you all here this morning. We've been hitting more or less 200 thumbs ups almost every show now. And I thank you all for supporting us. Now, I got a question for you guys. I tell you right now, this is driving me absolutely nuts. I have something here on my screen that I don't know what it is, and I don't like it, and I want it to go away. And I'm going to photograph my screen right now live, and I'm going to attempt to make this picture work. And I want you to look at this photo and help me out. What is this on my screen, and how do I get rid of it? All right, here we go. See if I can make this work. Okay, I just took a photograph of myself on the air 20 seconds ago. You see that thing right there? You see that blue thing there? You see that? Anybody? Can you see that? What the hell is that? What is that? I can't make it go away. It's just in there. It drives me up the wall. It's on everything I do. I don't want it there. Help me out. Anybody out there? This is important. David, long-time listener, first-time caller, ready to turn my $1 into $2. David, you may have come to the right place. Nice to have you here. We might be able to give you some tips on how to run your computer as well. Bobby Atkinson or more, $1 work for $2. White feather. Welcome, Dave. Sevenson, Boeing already down 7% at pre-market. Larry, good morning, all. Number 59, thumbs up. Bobby, Alaska Air's reported down 4.3%. David, morning to all. Luca, welcome, David. Pat, Bruce, you're going to turn me into a pessimist. I thought the big guys had the best interest of the little guys at heart all the time. I mean, come on. Touch grass. Howdy, everybody. David, thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast. CKT is here, number 63. Welcome. Jake, Jackoff. I love that. Jackoff. What a neat name. And they told you they found out who did it because they found the passports in the street. There you go. JR, David, Gilded Bagel, welcome. Way to go, dude, and welcome to the channel. The credit savage. No shenanigans going on here. Nothing to worry about. Okay. What else is going on? JR now. Hey now, JR says bleach is a universal chemical that makes everything better. It also turns hair yellow. I thought it was Windex. I thought Windex was what you used. David R. Fake news. He didn't say bleach. JR. Oh, dang. Let me check my hearing aids. Bobby, bleach makes Subway bread yummy. Gilded. Bagel enthusiast, you haven't lived until the window of your plane ejects. Dave is laughing. Jerry, they didn't show Biden because they hide his stupidity. He's tripping and stumbling all the time. The media purposely stopped showing Trump because his poll numbers were through the roof. Your far left bias sucks. See, Jerry, there you go. Jerry, you read me like a book. You've got me nailed down. I think Trump's an idiot. I think you're right. He is an idiot. I think that Biden. I don't want to see Biden on the air. I don't want to see Biden on camera. I don't want to see a bunch of politicians on the air at all. I don't want to see this moron from Florida. I don't want to see Haley, what's her name, from wherever. I don't want to see any of them. I don't want to see any governors. I don't want to see politicians, period. I want them to shut the hell up, go back to their office, and do what they were voted in to do, which is run government. They're civil servants. I don't want them to tell me how to live my life. I don't want them to tell me who to believe or what to believe in. I don't want any part of this. I didn't vote for them for that. That's not what they're there for, in my humble opinion. There are trillions of tax dollars on the line that I want properly managed. And I want to be free to criticize those who don't manage it right. And that's the bottom line for me. I have no skin in this game. Bobby, I bet there were people already standing and waiting for that window to get off the plane fast as he can. JR, it's on my bucket list to have a thing blow out on me like that. Not a lurker. It's Alberto. Good morning, Bagel Familia. I'm here. We can begin right now. Thank you, my friend. Juan is in the house. Good morning. How you doing, Juan? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Mandu number 5, 74th thumbs up. Good morning. Spirit, after this year, I definitely changed from the 24th weekly part-time into a single gig with 8 hours per week. One or best would be 2 days of no break in there. Way to go, pal. Sir, so keep on going. Keep it going and stick to Uncle Bruce, all you newcomers. It's worth it. Alberto, JR, let's get the moolah today. Let's get the moolah. Welcome all of you to the show. I love that you're all here. This is saying, why is the market mostly active till about 11? After that, trading is flattening out most days. Well, markets in Europe shut down, I guess, and that's the end of that. David Duff, the dumb investors trade pre-market and early, and then the big boys come in the afternoon and take their money. Oh, that can happen. Anthony, y'all think SoFi will go lower? Amy, number 85, Square, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Cindy, good morning, Uncle Bruce. John Anderson, hi, everybody. Nate, good morning. Uncle B, Alberto set up some stinks on Boeing. Anthony Walker, what is the platform you're using to trade? I'm using Questrade and I find it limited. Keep in mind, I'm in Canada. For Canadians, what should Anthony do if you're in Canada? Who should he use and why? Because in Canada, there are limited choices and you have to keep an eye on the costs and services available and minimums and that type of thing. So if anybody can help Anthony, let him know. Dude, this European market's close. Algorithmic trading kicks in. Various reasons it looks like that way now, but the market does change. One, I bought 15 of your classes with that special, Uncle B. I went over the first 2, but it's a lot to be digested. I have a few questions. Yeah, these are not 5-minute classes. These aren't like, oh, quick 10 minutes and you're done. You have picked up yourself, in my humble opinion, kind of the equivalent of a take-at-home college course where 17 lessons in total should take you a while. It's been 3 years that we've been, I've been on the air since January of 2021 here, and the first class was June 21. So 2.5 years of class time. Yeah, you just take your time and take them one at a time and you'll catch up with us. It's all right. You're making the investment and your payoff is on its way. I'm excited for you. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, is today we put the order in for the new jet? I know we're waiting on SoFi to make us rich, but is today the day we put the order in for the new jet? Ed, hey, Bruce, do you think it's feasible? RC is waiting for a market crash for invest $1 billion war chest into something. Yeah, that's only he would know, right? Boy, I'll tell you, there's a sale on right now on something called SoFi. I think there's a bargain over there, but I've made that known already. But Ed, You may be right on to something there. Go Bill, says Dynamite. Flint Creek, I am in the house. Flint Creek Soap Company, welcome. Splair, Anthony, maybe first trade would work for you. It's connected to BMO Harris. Mr. Premium of the option, happy Monday. Time to fill our pockets. They found 2 planes. No, they found 2 phones that fell from 16,000 feet and we're still working. One without a scratch. Isn't that amazing? Splair, 13 minutes, and Uncle Bruce is far behind with the comments. Lizzie, one of the found phones shows a passenger paid $70 for excess baggage. I hope they get a refund for that. Isn't that incredible? Your screenshot doesn't have your credit card number. Sorry, I can't help you. Laughing out loud. That's a huge ass pimple, Uncle B. Everyone's laughing constantly. Uncle Bruce, that blue light is telling you your caps lock is on. Really? Oh my God. Unbelievable. It just went away. Isn't that great? Constantine, you're worth every penny I paid you. You're worth everything you can get. I have no idea why it does that. How can I make it not do that? So ridiculous. These computers have simplicity built in, which makes it too complex for many of us to understand what's going on. It drives me up the wall. Not a lurker. David, welcome aboard. Time to get that dinero. Splair, what the hell looks like a reflection from something? How is he reflecting, placing something? What's going on? Charlie, Uncle Bruce, there is no lamp and there's no blue thingy. Thumbs up 95. It's a lamp. Revenge of the Crook. What's that? Something of the Revenge of the Crooked Lamp. There you go. Joe Oliver, Bruce, just preach. One, thank you, Uncle B. Uncle B is coming closer with the comments. Mandu, Uncle Bruce, was the screenshot from an iPad or a Windows laptop. Mandu, I got the answer. JR, if we haven't learned anything else about the last 8 years, at least we found out how poll numbers lie. SJ Tavares in Canada, Interactive Broker. You got to use Interactive Broker in Canada. John Malone, good morning, everybody. Number 99, thumbs up. So we got 5 minutes to the opening Splair. I recommend one Sunday, 2 classes, and if necessary, rewatch time for notes. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, have I missed anything? I've been trying to screw this window frame back on Alberto's private plane. So, I mean, anything going on here that I need to worry about? Just keep working on that plane. Keep working that window. Put that thing back in there. Just tighten that screw on it. Alberto, one, I recommend after the classes, write down the questions and have a one-on-one with Bruce immediately. Easiest and best moolah you'll ever invest. Anthony, thank you. Flint Creek, tech savvy Uncle B, touch grass, Bruce, ED. Ed, thanks for considering my theory, Uncle B. We'll be buying another class soon. By the way, it's pronounced E-Dog. It's pronounced E-Dog. Oh, there you go. Thank you for helping me out. If you don't do it, I won't do it. I won't know because I can't read. Thank you. One, I will definitely have a one-on-one with him. Thank you, Alberto. Charlie, a stupid iPhone falls 16,000 feet, doesn't have a scratch. But my wife drops her iPhone out of her purse, and it cracks the screen every single time. Yeah, that's right. BW, Jerry, maybe this show is not for you. So move along. Folks here are making money. We don't care about other topics discussed. We make money in options. Who don't like the commentary, meet Kevin might be best for you. Wow, interesting. Dude, whoa, Uncle Bruce, is a marathon run on the comments almost to the finish line. Uncle Bruce, hooray. One, I will buy the last 2, and I'll have all 17. Not a lurker. Alberta Beach Boy, get her done, bud. Just get her done. JR, Beachy, that plane has reverse threads. Have you tried the reverse threads? Constantine, Uncle Bruce, please remind those of us with GameStop leaps expiring in January 2025 when to roll or when to sell. 6 months from now, what time's a good strategy do you think is optional? Yeah, I would say another 3, like till summer, June, May, June, July, somewhere around there. Take a good look at 27s maybe. The 27s are going to show up probably by then, so keep an eye out. Delta Bravo, do you publish your trading results showing you have raked in profits consistently? I don't trade. You're new here. You don't know. You notice there's no a background screen with quotes going by. You notice I'm not in the top corner somewhere talking to you with all these quotes going by. I don't trade. I'm a commentator. I commentate. I'm a guy who will share my opinion with you. I'm a teacher. That's me. You do the trading. Yeah. And you let me know the results. And that's what people do here. They let me know how they're doing. And then the members, people become Gold Bagel members. They become Chillin' members because they make money. And we have more Gold Bagel members today than ever with regard to how many Chillin' members we have. We've exceeded the number. The 2 graphs intersected. And people are paying $25 a month to be a Gold Bagel member on this channel, more than they're paying $10 a month to be a member of this channel. What? Doesn't happen elsewhere. It's pretty cool stuff. JJ, watching Boeing, I think it'll bounce back. Ultimately, the contract's responsible for the plug. Don't be too hasty on that one. Anyways, Blair, 3 minutes. What else is going up here? Listening to Hurricane Lopez, thank God he recommended Uncle Bruce. Well, how about that? Thank you, Hurricane Lopez, and he's working, doing what he does. I'm working, doing what I do. We're doing the best we can. BW Delta, why would he publish that? Learn the process and you'll see the results. Beach Point, meet Kevin joke laughing out loud. Splair, we share occasionally our trades in Discord. Uncle Bruce is the professor. Not a lurkers. That's Alberta. Delta, I stopped showing my profits from Uncle Bruce's teachings. It's a proven, definite profit strategy. I lost track. My account handles that now. My accountant handles that now. Discord is, by the way, Bruceless. JR, I guess some here don't realize Uncle Bruce is the GOAT, not the GOAT trader. Dude, we trade Bravo. Uncle Bruce advises. We advise. It's the group. We learn from Uncle B and each other. BW Noobs, this is a show that teaches. This is not live trading. Those types of shows suck you in because they trade the opposite of what you're watching. Here, we work together and learn and writing calls and puts. It works here. And Alberto, accountant, is what I meant to say. Delta Bravo, how can he prove his advice is worth taking? The proof is in the pudding. And Larry Titus is ringing the bells. Well, you stick around a while, you'll figure it out. But hey, it's okay if you have a hate on for me. It's all right. What am I gonna do? It is what it is. It's all good, kids. I love you all. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being part of this great gang of regulars. We're going member-only chat now because the market is open and it's for members of the channel. We love you all. Please consider becoming a member of this great group of ours. Join these regulars and learn along with us, the rest of them here, how it goes, how it's done. Again, thank you all for following yours truly here on YouTube on this tiny little channel. There are 222 people watching right now. We're open for trading. Well, let's see what's going on, and let's hope that you all make a ton of money. 102 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. It is very appreciated. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you here. Let's find out how we're opening on this market, and we'll track everything together and see what's what. Those of you who are Gold Bagel members, you'll notice that I did a trade alert yesterday. I put one together for you, and you can check it out at your leisure. It's one of those trade alerts that doesn't require you to do anything in the first 5 minutes of the opening, and you can decide for yourself whether that suggested trade would work for you or not. Let me know if it does or doesn't, whatever. It's all good. Thank you all. Gilded Bagel, just curious, what amount did y'all have when you felt comfortable enough to start trading options? Maybe that's a question for Discord. Dude, where is not a lurker anymore this morning? I hope he's okay. JR, the bells, Larry, you rock. Swear, if you have a good trade after watching the class, feel free to ask your questions in an email to Uncle B. Then you can get some more perspectives in your own cubicle. And after a while, you get comfortable with that knowledge. There you go. Swear, good words. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. We're down 130 on the Dow. Rocket Lab unchanged. We got AI up 16 cents. The spiders are up 97. Qs are up $2. GameStop down 17 cents. SoFi looks like it's up 8. Marie, Gilded Bagel, we all seem to have different sized accounts, but mine is very small. It's around $12,000. BW Delta, One Proof made 5,200 in the first 4 days of 2024 on AI calls and SoFi calls. Bought back my calls, then rewrote the March 2024 SoFi calls will sit in the sidelines till earnings. Bill Ard is here. Hi, Bill. How you doing? Good afternoon, members only. Glad to be making your acquaintance again. Welcome, Bill, to the channel and the gang. Nice to see you here with an avatar beside your name. It's wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining this channel. Gold Bagel members, Chilling with Uncle Bruce level members, those who are subscribing and becoming subscribers, welcome to the party, pals. We just try to help people make money and understand what's going on and play in English as best we can. It's what we do. It's not all that complicated. Just trying to get richer. The market out there is a scary place if you don't know what you're doing. And there are some real questionable characters out there who can lead you in the wrong direction if you don't know what you're doing. I just try to keep it simple and guide you as best I can. If I can help you avoid mistakes, boy, have I done my job. Just not making mistakes is a big deal. Thanks everybody for being here. Okay, we're down 143 in the Dow. We're up 3 on S&P. We're up 48 on the Nasdaq. Crude oil down $3 a barrel at 70.81. Now 70.79. Oil is falling. This is good for America. Good for inflation. Your president should be commended without question, without a doubt. Think about it. You have China wanting to invade Taiwan. You have everybody wanting to invade Israel. You got Ukraine being just hounded by Russia, and oil is dropping. That doesn't make sense. With all these conflicts, oil should be surging. The North Koreans are supplying Russians with missiles to fire into Ukraine. The North Koreans are allowing Russia through the side door. If you want to fire them into Germany and Austria and Switzerland, go right ahead. You'd think that that oil would be a lot higher. China is supplying Russia with armaments. Iran is supplying with armaments. Iran is ramping up their nuclear program big time. You think oil should be taking off right now, and it's not. Who's in the White House? Yeah, that Sleepy Joe. You know, I don't think he sleeps that much. I have a feeling he and his advisors are doing a lot of work behind the scenes that no one talks about because they don't need the publicity on this. They're just doing their jobs. Interesting, really is. I find that fascinating. I'm glad you're all here, everybody. BW, this is legit, but I don't need to sell it. I already lost my job. This makes more moolah than I ever made at my job. Bash when you don't know what this is. Probably not the best approach. Learn and profit. Gilded Bagel. Marie B, I'm hesitant to go whole hog since I'm still learning, but I want to get my feet wet. I was thinking of using $3-4 grand to get the experience. You think that's too small to practice with? No, it's not. And if you've got paper trading available on your platform, use that as well. Use that as well as what you're doing here. There you go. Not a lurker. Gilded, we all have different goals here. Some are good with 10 grand a month in revenues, while others, they've passed that number many times over. It's true. There are no two viewers identically here. Fake Salvo, the first hour, says, BW, watch this bleed out into the afternoon. So many ETFs at ATH, so many tickers at ATH, not sustainable. Boeing is a distraction this week, but global economy, it sucks. And there you are. What can I say? Rocket Lab up 1 penny, AI up 13 cents, GameStop unchanged, SoFi up 9 cents. That is the first opening moments of what I see here for now. We'll see what's going on. Crude oil down $3 a barrel. Wow. All-time high, Bruce's all-time high. That's what that means. Thank you, BW, because I'm too tired to know. It's still 6:37 in the morning. I'm still waking up. Jared, I recommend the paper trading first strategy. It's what I'd recommend. When you think you have it down, set up a trade and ask Uncle Bruce about it. That's why he's here. There you go. Not a lurker, but I haven't spoken to many not making a minimum of 10 grand a month. Like I say, there are people here who just wanted to make $1,000 here, a couple of $1,000 there to take care of some immediate financial pressing issues, whatever those were. An overdraft, I don't know, don't get paid for 4 days. I could use $1,000 right now, and I don't want to borrow it from a check cashing outfit. I don't know. There are people here who've completely changed their financial lives. Well, it's because what they didn't know was their 401ks. They have these 401ks with their employers, and they're sitting on, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, whatever the number. They didn't know they could borrow against the 401ks and set up a payment plan from their deductions at work to pay that loan off, and then take that money out of the 401k in their hand, tax-free, and use it for credit card debt, consolidation of debt, or to put into a trading account, to start doing option writing programs, to bring income in, to add to the income of their employer, to then knock off other debts, or just to grow this money outside of a 401k and be allowed to perhaps top up their IRA contributions or whatever. There's a million ways to do this if you're an American. I get all the questions here. These one-on-one sessions that we have, there's a lot of discovery happening there. And like I said, I'm just trying to help you figure out how can you make money, because you're not going to get a call from Wall Street to tell you how to do it. None of you are getting a call from Chase Manhattan Wealth Management Services with a minimum $1 million account before you can walk through the door. I mean, you guys aren't getting calls from those people, are you? How many people here are really were, and how many do you know that are in real dire straits? And they have these options available to them. If they only knew, they could do this or they could do that. No one tells them. Maybe you've tried. I don't know, but it kills me. How underserviced so many millions of people are that have assets, work hard, deliver everything they can for their families, and they're just not getting by because they're getting shortchanged all over the place. And sometimes you are your worst enemy because of the lack of the knowledge that you don't really know you're lacking. That's the other problem. If I can only make this stop hurting, well, why don't you take that pill? You mean I can do that? I mean, what? Yeah. It is what it is. Welcome all. Here we go. Alberto. If you're a Gold Bagel member, the Wednesday session, that's Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday nights live, or you can watch it on rerun as a Gold Bagel member anytime you want. The Wednesday session pays for itself. It's a huge Gold Bagel member session utilized for the most to ask Uncle Bruce direct questions, and we communicate amongst ourselves as well. It is a huge deal. Yeah, it is. I agree with that. I agree. Splair, I think you can start everywhere, but my first mistake, my first written calls were Matterport when it was near $5 during the summer. BW, so you were turned on to the show in whatever capacity you were. You watch and you say negative right off the bat. This is a scam. Show your profits. Writing options is the casino. Get off gamblers mentality. Well, that's what happens to skeptics around here. It's what happens. Human nature, I guess. BW, I used to think I knew investing by buying, hold forever, and never selling. Uncle Bruce teaches you how to leverage ups and downs on tickers. It is awesome. Alberto, geez, my grammar sucks today. I'm out of time to make the moolah. Uncle Bruce is the GOAT. Alberto, you're the best, buddy. Love you. Keep coming around. Marie, Gilded Bagel, definitely start small and use paper trading. Like any other investment, don't gamble on one trade. Start with cash secured puts, and we generally sell or write rather than buy options. That is correct. Become the casino is what I try to get you to become. And that means you're an option writer. You're not an option buyer. You're an option writer. The only time you're going to buy an option, there's two instances where you buy options. One, you're buying back an option that you wrote before, or you're doing a credit spread trade and you're writing an option and buying an option as insurance. And it's a credit spread in your favor. That's where you are only going to do buying. And both instances, when you're the buyer of a contract, you're buying really cheap stuff. And it's just insurance, or it's closing out a position at a wonderful profit. Or you're doing rollovers and you're bringing more money into your account that way. Anyway, welcome to the party. All of you are here. Those of you who are skeptics, I get it. I understand. I know. There are a gazillion YouTubers out there, most of whom are under a certain age, and they come off like they have 50 years experience. They never will, because they're not even 30 yet, or they're 35. But that's okay. Any age you want to get into, be a YouTuber, God bless you. It's hard work. It's not easy to do. There are a lot of people out there who want to be YouTubers, who want to be successful presenter type YouTubers. The problem is they don't have the goods. to give to you guys that you really need. Because the issue here is this: you can be a YouTuber and you can talk to the world at large, but as a successful YouTuber, I think what you have to be able to do is talk to your audience in a manner that they get it. And unfortunately, there are some out there who want to be a YouTuber to the world. They want to be Mr. Beast or something like that. They want to have millions of subscribers. There's no dang way you're going to get millions of subscribers doing what I do here. You can understand, if you've been here a while, just how specialized this channel really is. We don't talk about currencies. I don't talk about buying and selling bonds. I don't talk about buying and selling corn, pork belly futures or anything like that. I talk about the options market. And then I talk about writing options in the options market, which is the absolute smallest level of participation of all market plays. There are people who buy and sell stock all the time. There are people who buy and sell options all the time. There are people who do all kinds of trading. But as far as option writing is concerned, we're talking about 1/10 of 1% of the market that ultimately are specialists in writing options. And that's what I do. That's who I talk to. And I'm not a trader. I'm a guy who's an advisor. I'm an opinion maker. I'm a color commentator guy. And I'll do the play-by-play, give you some color commentary, throw you my 2 bits worth of advice, and then you make your call. I have classes out there. Yes, you choose to buy them when you want, how many you want. You don't have to buy them all in one go. I don't force people to buy all my classes. You got to put $5,000 on the table to take my course. No, it's $150 for a class. Watch 1, watch 10. I don't care. Up to you. But if you care, I mean, you really care about changing your life, maybe what I do will work for you. Is it guaranteed for every single investor out there? No way. No way. There's a one guy on the YouTube. I love that guy. He goes, ain't no way. There ain't no way this is going to work for everybody out there. You're telling me for 40 years that I could have been writing options and making the money? There ain't no way. Love that guy. You can do very well for yourself being an option writer, but boy, you've got to put some advice into this, some work into this. You got to want to learn this stuff. And like I said, if you want to be a good car mechanic, you better study, mechanic 101. If you want to learn how to be a really good tire changer, you better be in the tire changing game full time to become a decent tire changer. There are people out there who work at a tire shop for 6 months and are useless and get fired. It's not for everybody. Well, the same with the options market. You want to be an option writer, you got to put some time and effort into it. I tell you, I have 17 classes out there that are exactly all about how to do this. And I'm not done yet. We're not near done yet. However, people ask me, if I watch 3, 4, or 5 of your classes, would I already be able to write options? And I say, yes, you could already start to write option contracts. Very basic stuff, but the basic stuff that can make you money, absolutely, yes. Yes, it can. It could. It might. But there are people here who take a few of my option classes, try to write options, and can't make money because they find out that it's not the fact that they can't write options. They can write options. It's they can't understand how to properly trade the options. There's the other side of it. And that's where maybe a one-on-one session might come in handy, where I can guide you along a little bit, hold your hand and calm you down and just say, now look, relax. Let's review your situation here and let's have you work this direction, because there's a billion ways this thing can go in this option world. Again, if you want it, you're going to have to want to learn it. And I offer a way to do it through me, but there are ways you can go out into the world and attempt to learn all about the option market without me having anything to do with it. It's totally your call, however it is you find best. But if you want to learn how options work in plain English, like I do this show here all the time, maybe the classes I offer are the classes for you. You'll only know one way. There's only one way to find out, and you've got to step up. You have to make the first move. I've said this before. The most stressful move you're ever going to make. People think, oh, when I write my first option, I'll be panicking. No, that's not the first move. By the time you write your first option, You should have already been watching a number of my classes. The first move you make is when you make a donation of $150 or $599.99, and you're buying my classes. That is your big speculative move. That's where you're rolling the dice, going, all right, I'm going to throw this guy some dough, and I could lose it all. I mean, these classes could be garbage, and I've wasted everything. Or you could find that I took class number 1, I took class number 2. I just bought 5 more from this guy. I've now got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I'm buying them all because I really like the way he presents his classes. I like the way he explains things. I like the way he addresses questions on the air from people who've been taking his classes, which is unbelievable. The professor is on the air 5 days a week. He's on the air. The professor himself. I like this. And I'm going to give myself a shot at making this work. Thank you all for doing that. And congratulations to those of you who have taken the leap and you've started watching the classes and you've sat back and you went, I understood half of what he just said. I'm going to watch that class again. I'm going to hang out with him tomorrow. I'm going to Google some of the stuff he's talking about and just kind of get other perspectives on what he just said. And I'm really going to dig into this. I'm going to do some research on this. And many of you have come back to me and have said, your classes are the only ones I understand. I have watched all kinds of crap on YouTube and elsewhere, and I just don't get what these fancy-dancy, long-winded and long-word people say. You break it down into just a simple, easy-to-understand method. I'm telling you, this is a game changer for me. I've never understood the stock market like I understand it now. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. If I can help you get there, I am thrilled that this is how it's going to work. Thank you all for being here so much. All right. What's going on here? Got to double check what's going on. Splayer, honestly, I had to see Uncle Bruce in person until my skeptical part was gone. Then I was a stonk gringo. Splayer, we've met twice. We've met in Amsterdam. We've met in Dortmund. I tell you, for some people, we meet in some pretty exotic places. Where are we going to meet each other next? Are we going to see each other in Vienna or something like that, or Zurich? I wonder where we're going to meet next. I wonder. You'll fly your private jet in, and I'll get off economy, and we'll meet at some lounge. I don't know. JR, Gilded Bagel Enthusiast. Uncle Bruce has a class on iron condors. That option strategy allows a person to trade options, be the casino without owning a lot of shares, any shares. You don't have to own any shares at all. BW, nothing in life comes free, not even Uncle B. Or you can watch this show for free and take forever to learn this. Or yes, you pay some money at some point for classes and Wednesday shows. Don't believe just more. You don't believe it's just more money for us. It's totally up to you. Marie, all the other YouTubers seem to buy naked puts and calls and never describe what could happen if they bet on the wrong direction. And there you go. And how many YouTubers out there do you watch that talk about option strategy? And the only way you make money is if you let the option expire worthless, however long it has to run. You don't have to do that. No one talks about this stuff. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast, thanks for the advice, y'all. You got it, buddy. Welcome to the party, pal. Marie, I only started taking the classes in November, but I'm starting to understand more each day. Plus, learning the brokerage platform, learning by doing. There you go. Splayer and Professor, don't forget that part of the percent. I can't connect your page here in the comments. But it's the ending with CA. There you go. BW, oh, shoot, the market's going up. Right contracts. Oh, shoot, the market's going down. Buy back, cover calls, and write cash secured puts. Don't know what that means. Watch and learn, and you'll not be disappointed. But it works. Yes. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast, Iron Condors, JR says. Gilded Bagel, JR, Iron Condors look the most appealing to me fundamentally, but I haven't gotten any practice in. Currently shopping around the different brokerages. Fidelity looks like the most appealing to me right now. BW, ever sit on a dead stock you can't sell for a loss? Would like to dollar cost average down. Options give you gamblers premiums that help you average down and maybe someday exit at a profit. Learn this stuff. JR, Gilded Bagel, TD Ameritrade, now Schwab has a desktop and mobile app called Think or Swim. It allows paper trading, a bit of a steep learning curve to know how to use it, JR, but it's pretty good when you get that under your belt. There's some advice from someone who knows. There you go. Vilbas started with class number 1 with the wife. this weekend. Right on, buddy. Right on. Fantastic. If first trade is looking here, please think twice if you hire someone with an accent explaining calls. In 2 to 3 years, I'm definitely in Portugal, somewhere near Porto or Lisbon. I'll catch up with you there, Bruce Blair. Then you can feel free to visit me at my second apartment that I plan to rent, this time a 2-room with a guest room. Alex, number 108, thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Alex. Lovely avatar you got there. JR, some traders recommend naked iron condors, which is an iron condor without the protection of the long calls and puts. By the way, the losses on those is infinite. Yes, that's right. It's unbelievable how some analysts and others recommend ridiculous strategies that just put you at unbelievable risk. I don't like working that way at all. I try to be very conservative in my recommendations to you guys. I kind of want you wing viewers for years and years and years. I want you to get richer, not poorer. Okay, we're down 215 on the Dow. We're off. Let me take a look now on this market. Hang on. We're off 215 on the Dow. And thank you, Boeing, for that. And let's see. Here we go. We've got S&P up 9. We have NASDAQ up 103. We've got oil down 345 now. Even worse, it's now down to 70.36. We're going under $70 here. This thing's heading for the 60s now. Saudi Arabia is announcing $2 oil a barrel price cuts to their clientele. There's no way the futures market is going to be near $70 a barrel. We're going to the mid 50s here, guys. Think about it. The price is one thing, and Saudi is discounting the price from that. You have faith in the $70 price? You're out of your mind. You're cuckoo. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Not going to happen. Dude, Uncle Bruce, I got to love iron condors on Tesla. Up, down, this stock can't do either for long. I love the options premium. Excellent shrinkage. Using the less than 17 spread technique has boosted my iron condor returns. Right on, Alex. Naked iron condors. That is insane. That's crazy. Marine, heading to Nice in a few weeks. Would love to make enough moolah to live there a couple months each year. Can be done. Can be done. Karin, Fidelity doesn't allow too much nakedness. There you go. BW, look how well the algos are working today to offset the losses by Boeing and its other vendors publicly traded. Mag 7 is working hard today to help Booster. They wanted a green day, and BA said, nope. There you go. There you go. We're down 205 on the Dow. Rocket Lab down to nickel. AI up 13. GameStop is up a dime at 16.06. SoFi is up 15 cents to 8.37. Apple's up $1.74 at 182.92. Enphase up 133. Netflix up 77 cents. The Adobe shares are up 5.15 today. Nvidia's up $17, 17.95 actually. Having a very good day. Tesla up 71 cents. Matterport up 3. We've got Unity down 47. Google's up 92. Moderna's up 28 cents. Cisco up 3 cents. Pfizer is down 17. IBM is down 65 cents. HBQ is up 78 now. Microsoft up 243. Amazon up 189. Home Depot up 175. Vanik Semiconductor, the ETF, is up 338. You can write options on that, and you can do credit spreads and iron condors. Oh, easy money on Vanik. Goldman Sachs down 440. Boeing down $21.76 at $227 a share. Meta up 139. Target is up 60 or down 62 cents. JP Morgan down 243. Costco's up 220. Walmart is up 61 cents. Disney's up 25. American Airlines up 63 cents. They don't fly Boeing planes, known as MAX 9s, MAX 737 9 series. AMC is up 2 cents. DraftKings up a nickel, and Royal Caribbean up 31 cents. There you go. There's a smattering of returns for you so far to start the day. Oil down 3.45. Barron's is saying that Boeing, Alaska Airlines, Spirit Aerosystems, Apple, Extronics, Ambrx, Biopharma, and more are the big stock market movers right now. That is it. There you go. That's the story. That's the story. That's the story. Interesting. All right. What else is going on here? Gilded bagel, naked iron condors. That sounds okay. I usually trade in the buff anyway, so that's working for me. Gilded naked iron condors is called a strangle, only for the big boys. Vilbus, I've been a member since 21, and I've casually traded covered calls, but I really haven't done the deep dive like so many others. That's going to be changing now. Right on, buddy. Dude, essentially, a cash secured put is a one half of a naked iron condor. So most of you are halfway there, Beach Boy. Look at SoFi go. 841, baby, up 19 cents. Anyone noticing that? Beach Boy's noticing that. Why would Beach Boy notice SoFi going up like that? Why? What's Beach Boy got in the game? Wonder what's happening there. 4.8 million volume on 29 minutes. So not active, but just popped up nicely from the low of 823 about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. It's kind of nice to see the old SoFi popping back to 840. Very, very interesting sessions there. We'll watch that, as we love to watch that all the time. We'll keep an eye on things. Isn't this fun, kids? Don't you love this game? I tell you, I love this game. This is a fun game. Dude is going, Beach Boy, why are you noticing SoFi? What is going on with you and that SoFi stock? You wouldn't be long. Yeah, I do wonder. Why do I wonder about SoFi? Why do I care so much? He says, who is this Sophie? Who's that? Dude wants to know. Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh, are we going to have fun here? Is it 21 days? 3 weeks from today, SoFi releases their financials for the fourth quarter. 3 weeks away, kids. Pre-market, too. Pre-market release of financials 3 Mondays from now. Oh, kids. Where's the stock going to be before that? Where's the stock going to be Friday night? The previous Friday night. Is it going to be at $12 already? Is it going to be at 15 already? Where's it going to be? 8.38? I don't know. Is it going to be $6? $10? We're here to watch it. We'll keep an eye on things. I always keep an eye on that stock. I have some friends out there and some acquaintances that are into SoFi. Yes, you know who you are. Oh, yeah. A third of Americans believe mortgage rates will fall this year. That means 2/3 of Americans don't believe mortgage rates will fall this year. That's what that's got to mean. Or maybe a third do and a third don't give a crap. Maybe that's it. The renters, how could they give a crap? They're dying as it is with what they're dealing with. I don't know. Beach Boy, and what are these cash secured puts all about? How do they work, Bruce? I wonder. Yeah, dude, cash secured puts, maybe a gift from this SoFi you seem enamored with. Maybe there's a way to write cash secured puts on something called SoFi. Make yourself a nice bunch of money as the stock goes up. If you don't own any SoFi, that might be a way to play it. Huh? That's interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting. Fun times at the OK Corral, everybody. Welcome to the Party Pals. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining this channel as members. Those of you who have hit the thumbs up button today, 119 are in here. Thank you for 119 thumbs ups. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please try and do me a favor if you can. There's 219 of you watching. We only have 119 thumbs up. There's 100 slackers here. 100 slackers. And Strickland, the guy who doesn't have any hair, he's out in the hallway right now looking to hand out pink slips to those of you who haven't handed out a thumbs up today. Hit that thumbs up button and don't let Strickland catch you red-handed. You just don't need that. You want a detention from that guy? Come on. He's not fun. Oh boy, Beach Boy, gift wrap. Those cash secured puts are gift wrap. Splayer, SoFi equals online bank, and that is transforming American world of checks and connecting a lot of digital stuff. Cash secured put equals cash secured put. Thank you, Splayer. PW, Spider playing Hangman now. Splayer, I am now winning a prize. Do I get a prize for these Jeopardy questions? Yeah. Oh, I have something to show you. See if I can make this work. Hang on a second. I was having fun this morning. And I was thinking of showing you something here. See if I can get this to work. Yeah, here we go. Hang on just a minute. I was having fun. I was in a giddy frame of mind today, and I thought I would I thought I would have some fun here. Those of you who are watching me regularly, you've probably noticed lately Some of the viewers here like to change their names sometimes. They like to have some fun around here, and they change their, what they're called. And I thought, well, here's a name that is not being used, but someone else used this name, not on this channel, but elsewhere. Here's a shot right here. I love this guy right here, Turd Ferguson. Oh man, the Saturday Night Live Jeopardy spin-off with Will Ferrell as the Turd Ferguson. The Burt Reynolds takeoff. This was so funny. Your name is Burt Reynolds. No, you got to call me Turd Ferguson. Why are we calling you that? That's funny. The name's funny. I like a funny name. With that ridiculous cowboy hat. Turd Ferguson. Alex, I'll take what makes SoFi go up for 100, please. Okay, over to you, Turd Ferguson. Oh, I love that. So much fun. One of those best SNL sketches of all. They made so many of those takeoffs. Splair, yeah, he reached us all now, bonus level for UBS videos, and I love that mustache. Dude, Norm, genius level, comedy genius, gilded. Your mother, Trebek, your mother. JR laughing out loud. JJ, seriously considering changing my name to Hoof-Hearted. Oh man. Whenever I need a pick-me-up, I'll watch some SNL skits or one of the things I love to watch on YouTube is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Scenes from a Hat. I'll see 10 minutes of that and just watch over the last 15 years of these scenes from a hat. Oh my God, hilarious. Just puts me on the floor every time. Absolutely love it. Turd Ferguson. Yeah, it's funny. That's my name. It's funny. Karen, a problem with cash secured puts is that you need lots of cash, unfortunately. Well, like I say, there are times where cash is king, and sometimes that's the best way to play a stock market. Other times, you use cash to write credit spreads, and you don't need a lot of cash to do credit spreads. All of a sudden, you can do credit spreads on anything. The kind of stock you could never buy and do options writing on, like Apple stock or Tesla stock, too expensive. But you can do cash. You can do credit spreads, call spreads, or put spreads, definitely, or condors can be done. Oh yes, it can be overcome. We can overcome these problems, my friend. Fun times. 8:32 on the SoFi. It's backed off a little bit here. Still up a dime on the session. High of the day, 842 on 5.44 million. I'm waiting for the breakout, the volume breakout on SoFi. That's what I'm waiting for. That's going to tell me we're on our way up. If we are only trading 30, 40 million shares a day, that's nice, but that's not breakout territory. We need 100 to 150 million shares per day changing over on SoFi. You get that kind of volume going and more, and it can be more. It can be a lot more than that. Now the street's onto something. Now something is being fished out here. Something's being detected by the street. That's when we have real action. But right now at 5 million in the first 37 minutes, this is not telling me that we're going to the moon today. But then look at the Dow. We're down 148. We're not in the frame of mind. This market is not in the frame of mind to go much of anywhere right now. And that's to be expected. We've had an entertaining weekend, let's just say, with Boeing and a few other little issues. And so, yeah, the market's kind of going, well, what do you think? But 3 weeks from now, we get the results from SoFi Monday morning. 3 weeks from now, pre-market. Watch out between now and then. That last week could be crazy. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast. I saw Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood do an improv show in Austin a few years ago. They were hilarious. Beach Boy. Samurai Hotel. JR, Gilded, that's right. Gilded Bagel. Intro from the crowd, funny sketches, and then they made up a song at the end that mentioned every sketch in our city name. Oh my goodness. Yes, these guys are geniuses, and they are They are loved. Colin Mockery, my God, he's unbelievably smart. Fantastic entertainer. Yeah, these guys are good. These guys are really good. So much fun. The clips on YouTube are endless, endless. 2-word vocabulary. Watch some of those skits. Oh my God, 2-word vocabulary. And props. The one sketch with Richard Simmons is a classic, an absolute classic. Richard Simmons. Just type in a search bar. Whose line is it anyway? Richard Simmons. Watch out. Just watch out. And that was on network television on ABC at the time. Unbelievable. From what, 20 years ago? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So much fun. So much fun. And when Colin Mockery is at a party quirks, he is the he's supposed to verify the sex of every party guest at the party. Oh my God. Also on network television, the door is opening. A Steeler fan is about to make her entrance into this room. And
I hear you talking about Colin Mockery.
Yes, and of course we're not talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're talking about the playoff-bound Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wild card bound.
That's right.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right. DQ. Thank you for the message.
That's right.
We passed that on.
Just
How about them Steelers?
a little Steeler up there.
Yes. How about them their Steelers? Oh my goodness gracious.
I know.
They waltzed into Seattle. They beat Seattle. Seattle didn't make the playoffs. They waltzed into Baltimore and they won it. No matter who's on the field, they won in Baltimore, and they're in.
It's a little miserable.
Woo-wee. Oh my. It's good old football weather. That's right.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go and see who can stand the ucky weather best in Buffalo.
Is it Buffalo or Kansas City?
We played Buffalo.
I thought Buffalo was playing Miami.
Buffalo won.
Yeah, and they're playing Miami again, aren't they? Or am I wrong?
No, I think they play us. Yeah.
Too much fun.
But see, now you made me think.
See, I don't know. Uncle Bruce, when you get a chance, watch clips from old Craig Ferguson show. He's a genius. I have watched.
Craig Ferguson is a genius.
He is a genius. JR, I like the sketches with the hats and asking only questions. Yes. And the song titles, I like that one.
Ferguson, where would you like the uncomfortable pause?
Yes, the uncomfortable pause, or playing the harmonica,
or doing some, or taking whatever's in this bag.
Watch his interview with Tina Fey. She was only on the show one time. And at the very end of the interview, Tina's now 7 months pregnant. She's promoting her book. And it's awkward pause, or play the harmonica. That's right. Yeah. And she said awkward pause. And at the very, 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 very end of the sketch, I'm not giving it away, you have to see what they do to each other. The absolute end of the sketch. You have to watch that. It is classic. So much fun. Good morning, Auntie Jen from JR. What is your favorite Who's the Line sketch and game?
Oh, boy.
Richard Simmons.
Good morning.
Checking the sexuality of the party guests.
That. Colin Mockery was so funny.
Incredible.
And the others were laughing so hard.
Or the newscasters. You watch a compilation of Colin Mockery introducing the newscast.
Where
there's like a 12-minute video, and hi, I'm so and so.
The anchor, he's just so good, and we get him also on. There's a CBC show called Because News. You can get it on a podcast, and Colin Mockery very often is one of the 3 panelists discussing news from the previous week. He's so quick,
so fast.
He's so funny.
Farmless, the green screen with Colin Mockery, and on the screen behind him is Colin Mockery.
Yeah.
Then the sketches with the mom from and the sketch with the mom from the Brady Bunch. Florence Henderson. Oh my God, was it? I think it was his buddy, the tall one, Ryan Stiles. I always forget Ryan's name. Ryan had a fantasy of always giving Mrs. Brady a big fat kiss. And he gives her one, he lays one on her, and she liked it. Charlie, the all-time funniest scene
God.
on Whose Line Is Anyway was the scene with Richard Simmons. It's a classic.
Oh,
The other one was
it's so
noir
movie, film noir.
film noir, where Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles are playing, and
Maltese folk.
and Kyle and they're looking for the Maltese burger. You enter the term Maltese burger. Whose line is it anyway? Watch the end of that one. Oh my God!
I liked where Colin would be behind Ryan, and he would be Ryan's arms and hands.
Oh yeah, yeah. Colin had to, Ryan put his arms behind him, and Colin was the hands, and then they'd have a cooking demonstration or something, and inevitably they have a bottle of champagne that he would be jiggling and then opening it.
Don't aim at the face. Don't aim at the face.
Don't aim at the face. Luca, ciao, Uncle Auntie Jen. How are you, my dear? From
Ciao,
Luca.
Aren't you on a little thing called vacation?
He was.
This week?
He was in Malta, but he might be back to work.
Last week?
That was the last.
A whole week gone by.
Oh, how's that happened? Splitter, you should edit with AI and 50 seconds where Jen is opening the door into a horror movie short.
She's in the room.
She's in the room. Bobby, her football team is in the playoffs and she's laid up on a couch. Bobby, a perfect winter for Auntie Jen. Swear, and good morning, Auntie Jen from Swear. JJ, those knees are looking mighty lively, Auntie Jen. Gilded, Craig Ferguson has some really good stand-up as well. That's true.
Yes.
JR harmonica. Did you mean the mouth organ? Beach Boys. So Auntie Jen, Men in Tights, huh? Men in Tights. Yo, Luca.
That also is a very good movie.
Yes. Can't really get North American comedy. Never found it funny, says Luca. BW, Auntie Jen, Uncle Bruce mentioned he'll be growing a mustache while you recuperate and changing the show name to Turd Ferguson in the markets. Here we go right here, dear.
That's not my name.
Here's our new hero right here. Turd Ferguson right here. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah. Your name is Burt Reynolds. No, you gotta call me Turd Ferguson. It's funnier that way. Oh, so great. So much fun.
Yes, we're all very happy today.
We had fun. Yes, indeed. There you go.
All those one-day Titan fans.
Oh man, way to go, Tennessee Titans. Stephen Butler, Craig Ferguson was the funniest guy in late night television by a wide margin when he was on the air. It was amazing they did not give him an earlier slot when it opened up. He may have projected it. He too is pretty tired at the end of his run. So frustrated with the transfer, says Alberto. Umbers, you've taught us patience on trading. How do we apply this to real life? Auntie Jen, how you doing? How you doing? Gilded Bagel, Stephen Butler. Allegedly, he refused to play ball with executives because he wanted to retain creative control. John Anderson, best SNL skits. Church Lady. Oh, there were a million of them. What's my name? The game show. What's my name? Hi, I'm your doorman. I've been opening the door for you in your apartment for 15 years. Every Christmas, you give me an envelope. What's my name? Hey, buddy. Hi, guy.
Meet your second wife.
Meet your second wife. It's time to meet your second wife and their children. They're young girls.
Because it's kind of applicable to my life. The Irish dating game.
The Irish dating game. Jen loves that one. Oh, my God. Oh, they're all cousins. Dude, James Austin Johnson on SNL. And now SNL does a perfect Trump impersonation. Saw him do a stand-up performance here in Nashville. It's so funny.
Isn't he? And
Beach Boy. Alberto joined the club of real life. Gilded Bagel. Luca, a good German stand-up I can recommend is Dragos. Google Dragos comedy if you're interested. I have a German joke for you.
You have a German joke?
Yeah, this goes over really big in Germany. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he was told to. He was following orders. That's why he crossed the road. Okay, there you go. Farmalus, the reindeer in Spain was hit mainly by the plane. Charlie, Wayne Brady was such a musically talented entertainer on Whose Line. That guy's mind and ability to think on the fly was crazy. Bobby Atkinson, I still like Chris Farley, Saturday Night Live skit, motivational speaker. Karen D, are you guys Tyler Perry fans? I love his movies, Tyler Perry.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Tyler Perry.
I don't know. BW, Purple Rain on the big stage tonight in Houston. Auntie Jen, enjoy the big game tonight. Bobby Atkinson, smoking pot will make you live in a van down by the river. Farmerless Luca, Monty Python said the Germans don't have a sense of humor. One place they went to wouldn't let them in, and Graham Chapman said to tell them they were Jewish. That little lady, you can come on in. Yeah, no problem. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. Monty Python was great. All those guys.
I like
incredible.
The interviews when they were doing their whatever it was, their latest and last tour, because they don't all really like each other.
Well, there's two of them that are not close, but professionally they're inseparable. They're incredible.
But they're always taking shots at one another.
True. That's true. That's true. Life, real life. Yeah.
That's right.
What do we got here? Not a lurker. Alberto. Bobby, the new Purple Rain is a tearjerker. Phenomenal movie, worth a second watch. Splair. Depends on the pot and the knowledge from Uncle Bruce and your safe investments.
There you go.
Bobby, Monty Python's Flying Circus. There you go. They did that special where they did one more kind of send-off. Yeah. They did 10 nights in a row at the Millennium, probably 10 years ago now. Yeah. And there is a documentary that was, I think, on Netflix, and how they did that whole thing, and the doing of it. And there were behind-the-scenes footage and dressing room shots, and then interviews, and their rehearsals, and all. It was fascinating.
Their memory isn't what it was.
Yeah, they're I mean, the fact that as many of them are still alive is unbelievable. They are really comedy must give you more life. It's incredible, just incredible.
Please saying that. We do the old stuff because that's what they want to see. They want to see, and they just speak it along with us.
They give us the lines,
and we can't learn any effing new ones.
No, we can't do any new ones. They want the old stuff.
We can't learn new ones.
And there was a clip of him on a talk show. I don't know if it was Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno or Conan O'Brien, and John Cleese is in the chair, and on the couch beside him is the one who sings the songs. Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Eric Idle, and John Cleese says, I've been happily married for 28 years. And the audience claps, and Eric Idle goes, he's been married 4 times. All right. And and he says, and then John Cleese says, I remember one evening I got a phone call that one of my ex-wives had passed away, and the whole audience is somber. He said, it was the wrong one, but what are you going to do? So classic. Funny. Yes. Here we go. Of course, love Monty Python. Monty Python and the Argument Sketch. Of course. Neat. Don't forget neat. Bobby, Department of Silly Walks. Yes.
I wanted a different kind of argument.
You're in the wrong part.
No. Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Okay, first part of the day, Marks don't want to allow for buybacks on cover calls. Back to bed, always another day. Best part of options. You have options on what you want, should do. Makes you sleep better. JR.
Yes,
Brad Sherman making up the song with a girl named Niroshi. Now, he even rhymed with that, and Ryan Stiles loses it in the background. Aaron, a new Purple Rain movie, the color purple. Bobby Atkinson, laugh out loud, color purple. If Oprah isn't slapping somebody, is it even better? Robert Benson, number 138 thumbs ups. Aaron laughing out. I was like, how would I not hear about the new Purple Rain? How have I not heard about that? There you go. And not a lurker. Yes, I was talking about the movie. Really well done movie. Charlie, if our portfolio doesn't pay off, then we'll be living in a van down by the river. Come on, Sophie. There you go. What was the name of that movie in the movie with Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy? Starts with a B. He's a Bowfinger. He's a director of a studio that has no money in a corner of a house. And what was the name of?
He needs a name star.
What was the name of that movie he made in that movie? Do you remember the name of the movie he made? Was it Purple Rain? Do you remember the name? That's where Eddie Murphy's brother, virtually blind, I couldn't see without glasses, is the supposed star of the movie, but actually he's the stand-in double for his brother. In real life was Eddie Murphy himself, the famous actor who doesn't know he's in a movie because they're making a movie with him not knowing he's in a movie.
Yeah.
What was that movie called? Something Rain.
Oh no, the movie in the movie.
The movie in the movie. I'm trying to remember what that was. I'm putting you guys on the spot.
So are you guys talking markets at all?
Robert Benson. Lately, I've written puts on SoFi from strike 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. Purple Rain is the Washington Huskies football team. Whoops, not known by fans. National championship tonight. AJ Rome. You'll learn about him if you watch. Whatever. Splair, fancy that my newest medication from today has the name Wico Duke, Purple Rain. And no, there's nothing purple. It only smells like grapes. Bulwark? No, that's not it. Chubby Rain. Chubby Rain. That's right, dude. Chubby Rain. That's the name of the movie. Inside the movie, Bowfinger. Chubby Rain. If you have not watched that movie, you must watch that movie. Oh my God. Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy and Heather Graham and many others.
Oh
my God.
One that's on West Wing.
Yeah, the gal from West Wing.
Allison Jen?
Is it Allison Jen? She was also in Hot for Cleveland or something like that. That sitcom with Eddie Van Halen's former wife, Maria. No, the gal from.
Yep.
And then there's the 99-year-old Betty White, where she was 96 at the time. Wonderful woman. Yeah, she was in that movie.
Yeah.
She was in that movie. Yeah, dude. She was also in the movie Two Men and a No. Charlie Sheen was in the comedy with his brother and the young son. 2.5 Men. She was in that movie. She was the mother.
Yeah.
Dude, Bowfinger is the movie. What's the name of the cult that Eddie Murphy was in? What was the name of the cult? What was the line he used to say? To himself to calm himself down. He would say, what was the word that his psychiatrist gave him? This thing. Just repeat this mantra, because he always wanted to wear a trench coat and show himself off to the Laker girls.
Yeah.
Keep it together. Just keep it together. BW, what strain do you need to have on hand to enjoy Bowfinger? Luca, what in the world is Chubby Rain? Exactly. You got to watch the movie Bowfinger. Luca, dude, that was Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. Pluto Nash. Was that Pluto Nash? Dude, keep it together. Keep it together. Kid. Keep it together, kid. Keep it together.
See, that's what they have to say when they need to be patient.
Let's just keep it together. Just
keep it together.
All of you option writers, just keep it together. Keep it together. Keep that trench coat closed. Keep it together.
Keep the trench coat closed. Always wise words.
Always wise words from this channel. Keep it together.
That's what you should be hearing, from your parents on their deathbed. And don't forget.
I should make lesson number 18 called Keep It Together. Keep it together. Keep it together.
I can't even say it. Keep the trench coat.
That's right. 142 thumbs ups. Keep it together. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, everybody. Thank you very much for helping out. We need 58 more to get to 200. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together.
The computer.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't. Yeah,
this is a delay. Here's the live. Here's the live.
That's fine.
Where's your hand? There's your hand.
Okay. I'm so much closer to you.
Oh yeah. Images may appear closer than they seem. Slayer, well, I don't know any that is fixing there. Not even much with the letter B, I think. Dude, Mindhead was the name of the organization, and he was at Mindhead. Oh, that was such a good movie. Not a lurker, BW. Hence, I am still and will always be the idiot nephew. I don't take that title lightly, laughing out loud. BW Spy has tried for 2 days to get back to over 470 and keeps getting rejected. So that is now resistance. Keep an eye on that iron condor. Peeps, keep an eye. Dude, I think no one else knows what we're talking about, but that's okay, right? So Sophie would get it. There you go. There you go. You hang out here long enough, you get it all. All the inside jokes and all kinds of fun going on. Thank you all for being part of this telecast.
They're just all giddy from all the football games.
All the football and all the stuff going on. We're down 112 on the Dow right now. We're up in 19 on S&P. We're up 144 on NASDAQ. The market wants to go higher, but there's some issues out there. There it is. We're down 3.29 on oil. Saudi Arabia cut its oil price by $2 a barrel to teach OPEC a lesson.
Isn't it a good thing that OPEC is there?
Isn't it great that Biden's in the White House? The
all
greatest
agree?
oil trader of all time. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You want to talk reserves? We got reserves.
Yeah. America's producing 13.5 million barrels a day. What oil shortage?
Yeah.
There ain't no oil shortage. The oil and gas industry has made more money under Biden than the last 3 or 4 presidents combined. He has made them very wealthy. No one will say it, though. No one will say it, but it's true. There you go. Anyway, what can I say? BW, idiots unite or idiots untie. Oh gosh, Blair, how to keep your money together, or what will the exact topic? Keep it together. Keep it together. Just keep it together. Is it time for a coffee?
It is.
Yes.
It is. I haven't had any coffee yet this morning.
8 days away.
I know. Week tomorrow. No. Yes. A week tomorrow.
What time are we leaving the house? We don't know yet, do we?
We find out. This is the only kind of weird part.
Yeah.
Did they phone you the day before, right around 3:30, 4 o'clock?
You have to be here at this time.
And then they tell you what time to be there and what time to stop eating, what time to stop drinking, and all that good stuff.
Right.
And I think it's a just in cases. That they have found that pre-scheduling, they have to phone everybody and reschedule anyway.
Yeah.
So they just tell it. And if we haven't called you by 4:30, you should give us a call.
It'd be a good idea. Maybe you call us. So we haven't forgot about you. The fact that we're, operating on you tomorrow. Charlie C., not to change the topic, but I am in my 50s, and I just learned that Loretta Lynn's country music icon, younger sister was Crystal Gale.
Yes.
Both were popular in that genre. Can't believe I never knew that.
See, isn't that, yes, things you find out, things I learned today. I love just looking up that one.
Yeah.
Things I learned today.
Blair, okay, I'm going to learn that. Keep it together. I can believe. BW, is it Sophie or Sophia? I cannot find the ticker on the platform. What do they do? And mild manner dating site that just went public or something?
Oh.
We're talking about Sophie.
I'm
giving it.
We saw lots of ads yesterday for SoFi with that. What's his name? Herbert Hebert, the quarterback.
Talking about SoFi ads.
My SoFi.
My SoFi. Interesting. $8.40 on your SoFi, by the way, up 18 cents.
And if it's true, he has $73,000 in his investing account.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's so true.
He showed us his screen, Bruce.
That's his screen, all right.
But he lied.
Well, did the fine print confirm that below that? The 15 lines of legalese.
I love that.
That on a 64-inch screen looks this big. Yes.
At least they don't try to read it anymore.
Results may vary. Yeah.
Somewhere there's a committee that decides how fast it could go, and some person out there is able to comprehend it.
I love the radio ads because the radio ads, they have to read this.
They have to read it.
And so your results might vary. Take this pill, your right arm might fall off, but your results might vary. Really? Yes.
Except when we're not on the air, it's not the right arm that falls off.
It's something else that might fall off. Ooh.
It's a smaller appendage.
It's another appendage with an entirely different function. I see.
But you're gonna look so good in that.
That suit's gonna look good on you. Oh yes. It's getting kind of giddy around here.
I'm going for coffee.
Okay. You enjoy, and I will see you in not too long a time frame because it's almost 2 hours that I've been on the air here. So let me bring this down here. Thank you, Auntie Jen, for seeing us.
Have a good Monday.
Yes. And there you go. Auntie Jen has been amazed at how many of you have been picking up these classes, taking this deal, 5 for the price of 4. We thank you. It's helping pay for the operation. We thank you for that. That's going all to a very good cause. So there you go, everybody. Thank you. JR, something else falls off. Do tell Antigen. I don't know what you mean. That's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Have you thought about that? Sophie, I think she runs a no-tow service. I only heard a little bit about her company, but it seems pretty cool. Blair, Kieran, maybe it's the future. That's the future. Finding people with similar income. Again, I don't know what's going on here. These folks are off on a tangent. I don't know where they're going. We're only down 70 points on the Dow. The Dow is trying a recovery because maybe Boeing is getting a bit of a help here. I don't know. We're up 23 on S&P. We're up 159 on the Nasdaq. And let's see what's going on. Apple apparently has set a date for sales of its Vision Pro mixed reality headset. Which isn't that the one that's $3,500? Don't know how well that's going to go. We'll see what's going on here. We're down 330 on oil, $70.51 on oil, down 330 today. Wow, that's a hit. We'll see how that plays out. 840, 841 on SoFi right now, attempting the high of the day, which is 842. And we're right there. As a matter of fact, 843 has already been set. So we have done it just past the 842 mark, the 843 for the high of the session here on SoFi. GameStop, $16 even, up 4 cents. Rocket Lab up 1 penny. AI up 45. Apple's up 247, Enphase up 163, Netflix up 394. Adobe is up $10.67. Nvidia is up $22 to 513. The low is 494, the high 515. We're at 513 on Nvidia. Tesla is down 16 cents. We got Matterport up about 5.5. Spire's up a penny-ish. Smart Rent up 3 cents. Owens Corning up $2. ATIP up 40 cents. Unity down 8. Google up 133. Moderna's up 164 a share. Cisco's up 22 cents. Pfizer's up down a nickel. We got IBM up 67 cents. HBQ's up 88. Microsoft ahead by 264. We've got ME at 81.8 cents a share. It's up 2 cents. Amazon up 270. Home Depot up $3. Vanik Semiconductors up 450. Goldman down 178, Boeing down $19, 229. That is dragging the Dow off 140 points. It is higher, the Dow is higher than it was. It's still down 48, but it would only be up 100 if Boeing were even. And there's the reality of it. Boeing is dragging down the Dow still, and we'll see how this plays out. Meta, Facebook up $1. Target down 8 cents. JP Morgan up down $2 a share. Costco up $2 a share. Walmart up 97 cents. Disney up 25 cents. American Airlines up 68. AMC up 6. DraftKings up 32. And Royal Caribbean up 146 a share this morning. That is the story of this market. 2 hours, 1 minute into my show today. And I thank you all for popping through here today. It was great to have you here. I'll tell you, I'm quite excited about the next 3 weeks. I'll tell you, the old SoFi, the earnings come out 3 weeks today, pre-market. What will happen to the shares between now and then? That is a question we're going to follow and see what gives. 840, 841 is where we're at the moment on SoFi. Any more analysts going to come out with downgrades between now and the earnings date? That should be interesting. Who that would be and why they would do that, I don't know. Thumbs up meter now. Last was 142. We're at 149. We're only 51 away from 200 thumbs ups. It's time to honor the Knights of Ni. If we don't honor the Knights of Ni, we are fooling ourselves into thinking we can make money in this market. People ask themselves, Bruce, what should I do to become a really good option trader? How can I write options and make lots of money? Well, you take the classes, and don't forget to honor the Knights of Ni. That's what you must do. JR, okay, Uncle Bruce, I got some SPX Iron Condors that I wrote for $660 that I've shrunk out to $175, $10, 10 day until expiry. Would you hold for another 25% or just not? They originally had 23 days. With a 75% return, I might be looking to get out and produce a new Condor with a big fat 660 premium, I would be looking at that. D.H. Ruda, neat. From a chilly Calgary, Uncle B says, Brian, dude, neat. I honor thee. Larry Titus, neat. Cut in, neat. Dude, neat. Stephen Butler, neat. Splair. All these ideas. I'm excited for the times where we're all independently wealthy. Here's Splair, neat. Brian, neat. Here they come. Sofini, haha. Splair, thumbs up, neat. Here they come. The knee emojis are coming from all over the place. Thank you all so very much for supporting this channel and honoring the Knights of Must Be Done. Congratulations, all you option writers. And thank you, those of you who have subscribed lately to the channel, become members of this channel through the Gold Bagel membership. Don't forget, Wednesday night, primetime live, 7 o'clock for Gold Bagel members only. And every morning, the Trade Alert Show. And keep your eyes open for trade tips. Gold Bagel member only trade tips. Keep coming your way. Keep an eye for those. Thank you, On Juan. Happy Monday, everybody. JR, thank you, by the way, all you new peeps. This is why we watch and follow Uncle Bruce. BW NTSB is reporting that the flight recorder from the Alaska flight with the blowout, the flight recorder was mistakenly overwritten because no one turned it off post-incident. Alaska is hosed. Oh, my God. This can't be good. This can't be good. In my opinion, says BW. Oh, my gosh. Swear, again, have a good one, y'all. Rock on, everybody. Neat. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll be watching all this crazy activity out there. I don't know. I just do not know what to make of some of this stuff. We do the best we can with what we got. And don't forget, when you become an option writer, you start thinking differently. You start thinking about money in the way of, well, how many options do I have to write to make that much money? We need a new washer. How much is that? That's 4 contracts. Oh, we just have to write 4 contracts on that? Oh, we can do that. Yeah, but we need a new hot water heater. Well, we need, that would be 2 options. You need to write 2 of those options to get a new hot water heater. Oh, we could do that. You never thought that way before. You had no idea you could think that way. Now you do. And your life has changed, hasn't it? We want to go to vacation. 2 weeks to Puerto Plata. A flight included, hotel, all drinks, meals. Well, how many options is that? Well, that's 14 contracts. Oh, we can do 14 contracts. Yeah, no problem. I'll set up the account to do 14 of those options. Thank you, gamblers, for taking us on a vacay, getting a new fridge, new microwave, new hot water heater, new everything, changing our lives forever. Way to go, everybody. JR, later I'll make that moolah. JR, casinos, yes, that's right for me anyway. Smile. BW, they ignored a flashing light, and now if the flight recorder is also an error, what the face, Alaska? What is going on over there? Oh my gosh! You think those pilots of that plane might be on a bit of a holiday right now, getting some time off? Yeah, isn't that interesting? BW, JR, I have mine set up over here. Let's roll them bones, gamblers. I have nothing but time, baby, because time is my friend and my weapon to take money from you. Much money. 844 on your SoFi, kids. We're at the high of the session now. SoFi trying to hit the new high. It's doing it right now. 844 up 22 cents. Go SoFi, go on 8.2 million volume. Very, very interesting. Congratulations, all of you out there. Make the moolah. 1605 on GameStop, up 9. AI up 53. Rocket Lab up 3. Giddy up, everybody. Get richer. There you are, Brian. BW, you are my hero. All right, on, boys. And girls, welcome to the party, pals. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Have a great rest of your day. Join me tonight on TWB if you dare. We'll be over there as well. But otherwise, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, first thing, as we start Tuesday off with all kinds of fun. Flint Creek, go SoFi. That's right, 846, baby. 846 on the SoFi. BWC, everyone. The BA incident did nothing to the markets. Nothing. They run on hopium, and writers love it. There you go, down 47 points on the Dow Jones. Spiders are up. Qs are up. SoFi, 845, 846. It's up. GameStop up 13, 1609. It's up. Rocket Lab is up. AI is up. How about them apples? BW, I'm Brian. Brian, I'm blushing. Brian, time to rewind. See you all on Discord. Brian, cheers to all of you. All right, kids, have a great rest of your day. Catch you later on, everybody. Go get that dinero. See you later. Bye for now.